This video goes over some spelling stuff that we're going to see. You see the title spelling, you might think, I got this one for sure. And maybe you do. But we'll go over a few things that show up that sometimes trips up people and makes them unnecessarily miss a question or two. Okay, so the first one, I'm sure heard the rule I before E except after C, and that applies to most words, but not all words. So there are a few exceptions, and I'm going to write them out basically right here. Either is a very common exception. Aid is an exception. Weird. What else do we got? Protein, common one. Oops, ceiling. And I'll go with caffeine. Those would be maybe like 6 of like the really, really common ones, and these are just things that you have to memorize, unfortunately. Likely that you'll see one question asking you to do that, and so it's good to be familiar with those. Okay, the next one. So for words that end in E, and then there's a suffix, and then the question is, do you keep the E or do you not? So let's look at a bunch of words here. Okay. If I could type, that would be good. So acknowledge is a word that might show up. Achieve. You can see all these words are going to end in E. Encourage. Excite. Care. We'll do one more. Pride. Okay. So those are all words that end in E. And so the question would be, when you add the suffix is, does the E stay or does it go? Right? So like with the word acknowledgement, should it be spelled like that? Or should we keep the E like that? Right? So some people get confused on this rule. Okay, so the rule here is going to be that we keep the E. And so if you kind of go through all these words, you'll just see it keep showing up. Achievement, right? We kept the E before the ment suffix. Encouragement, same thing. Let's go through all of them. Excitement, same thing. Do a different type of suffix. Careless, right? Keep the E. Prideful, another different one. Keep the E, right? So with all of these words that end in E and then there's a suffix, keep the E. That's the rule. Okay, let's go ahead and give ourselves a little bit more room. Just got 2 other little things to go over that can show up and confuse people. So we have it's, right? Apostrophe or no apostrophe? It's and it's. Okay, so the rule is pretty simple, right? Is when you see IT apostrophe S for it's, that is just a contraction of the 2 words it is, right? So that's a really easy rule to remember, right? So if you're considering should it be with the apostrophe or should it not, your rule is just going to be if I say it out and I can use it is, then it's an apostrophe. So example. All right, real simple phrase. It's cold outside. Okay, so I could say it is cold outside, and that would work. And so it's IT apostrophe S. Okay, and then as an example where the apostrophe does not work, how about this one? The store celebrated its 5th anniversary, right? And so as you look at this, so you would not say the store celebrated it is 5th anniversary, right? It's so there on that one it's without an apostrophe. That's the rule. Pretty simple. I think pretty easy to remember. A lot of people know it, but some people do not know it, and so it's certainly a potential question on the exam. And then the last one we wanted to go over here is something that ends in consonant, vowel, consonant, and is one syllable. So in that case, the rule is that we double the final consonant and add suffix. Okay, so let's look at a couple of these. So you have the word sun, for example, right? So one syllable, if we're going to spell this out as sunny, right, then double the final consonant, which was N, and then add our suffix here, which is just Y. All right, there's lots of words that in like fun would be the same, so they're going to tend to be like really basic words. It's only one syllable, right? Funny would be another one. Right, a lot of these words do tend to end in N for some reason. So we have run, and then we wanted to do running, right? Same thing. Make sure you double that N, and then add the suffix there, which in this case was ing. All right, that's spelling for you.